My name is Joan Ladendorf. I'm a self-taught artist, and I've been working with fiber for about the past, 25, 30 years now. I've been through various things with fiber. I did start with theater costuming. I did some graphic design as well, and now I've been doing things with fabric, both quilt making, starting with traditional quilt making and then moving into the art quilt realm, and then my current style, which is still fabric. I do have some quilted pieces in the show as well as the framed art. I chose to call it Scenes from Daily Life, which is just more of an ironic title than perhaps a literal title, because most of the work is abstract and it doesn't necessarily really represent anything in particular. This one is probably about one of the more representational pieces that I've done, because most people think it's flowers, which is what it was intended to be, but a lot of the other work is purely abstract, and I try to keep my titles as ambiguous as possible so that people are allowed to see what they would like to see in the work. The quilted work it's all machine pieced and machine quilted with just a regular sewing machine. It does feature just half square triangles, so it's all based on a grid format, and then it's just pieced within the grid, and then some of them are framed and some of them aren't framed. There's one piece that features a technique called paper piecing. These pieces are they're all separate pieces of fabric, and I hand cut them with scissors and put them together and frame them behind the glass. All of the processes that I've used have a tendency to be tedious, and you have to be precise and careful, but it's not. This is far less time consuming than the quilt work was, because you're just cutting things with scissors. It's not all the stitching involved. This is just a pair of scissors and a whole lot of fabric. I have a collection of about 12,000 pieces of fabric that I can choose from. I call it my palette. Another thing about most of my abstract work is you can hang it in any direction. So if you would like to turn it sideways, you can hang it that way too, and it still looks just fine. This technique is something I invented, and there's nobody else doing it. But everything is fabric, and everything was done by me. I did all the quilting, all the piecing, all the cutting. I think the work is very cheerful. I think it's it's positive. It's also different. Certainly every piece is unique. I never reproduce the same design twice. It's all had quite a lot of time and effort involved. So I certainly think it's worth looking at. I'm sure it's nothing anybody's seen before, so I hope that people will enjoy seeing it.